anything on their first possession.
All right, John.
Mid-season form. All right, from the run and shoot, mistake number 1 for the Engineers. And a big hole for Dom Ferraro. Gets close to midfield at about the 48.
We talked about Dom at the beginning of the show. Wide receiver. He's a junior. They expect big things out of him. He's also a terrific basketball player out of the St. Clair's program and will be playing basketball for the Lions. We'll see him during the winter, but he picks up 10 on Marius anchoring that defensive line.
Adjustment on defense for Brooklyn Tech is Ferraro. That play worked earlier. To the outside, he keeps going and finally out of bounds after a good game.
Well, the only offensive play of this entire game for Farrell that worked was a 9-yard reverse by Ferraro early in the game, and they did it again, only that time they did it for 22 yards rather than 9, and that worked.
Dom Ferraro, 6 foot, 181 junior, last year led the Farrell JV with 10 touchdowns. A JV that lost in the finals. Benny
Cerulo Jr., who actually is a teaching colleague of mine during the week, told me that Ferraro was the guy on offense. For them to be successful today, Ferraro had to have a big game catching and running the football.
So far, he's a prophet, as Ferraro is the offense for Farrell. Let's call it on the 29.
The other side.
Ferraro as a blocker, jumped over a few Brooklyn Tech tacklers and finally brought down by number 88, Roger Knight.
Well, they went left to right twice, and that time they went right to left and gave it to Ferraro. I thought that Dom might have done a little bit better job if he cut that back inside, but he still gained 6, John.
Back. That was Ferraro in motion. This is Ferraro coming back and spinning across the 35.
Well, obviously.
To the 40.
Obviously, one thing that Benny Cerulo has decided, John, is that Ferraro is the guy.
Right.
Petraz is going to be a blocker probably most of the rest of this game because he doesn't have the quickness. And Ferraro's the better runner of the two, and they're going to use him every which way they can. PAT.
Right. Ferraro in motion. Farrell in good shape here. 1st and 10. Let's call it from their own 30. Actually, from the Brooklyn Tech 30. There's that pass to Ferraro. Not much, as Robert Fatucci with the tackle. Playing both ways for the Engineers.
One of the Brooklyn Tech coaches better be careful. He was out on the field. One of the assistant coaches yelling at the official. Ferraro did a smart thing there. Mazza didn't have anybody open down the field, and Ferraro came back and caught the football, and at least there's a positive yardage. Not much, but something good out of nothing.
Maybe about 3 innings in the first half. 1st and 10 from the 37. Ferraro in motion. Farrell has answered every time Brooklyn Tech has scored. On a reverse, Ferraro has big yardage across the 50-yard line and in to Brooklyn Tech territory as Coach Jim DiBenedetto barks out instructions and encouragement for his defense.
Well, he's unhappy because I am sure that the defensive unit has been instructed to make Ferraro turn back inside, and he continues to get big yardage going wide. They are not containing on the corners, and Ferraro is really rolling up the yardage on these reverses.
Ferraro, 5 rushes, 55 yards. That one about 21 or 22.
Averaging 11 yards per reverse play, and it's because there's no containment on the corners. They have to make Ferraro cut it back inside, or he's going to run wild on the perimeter all day.
1st and 10 from the 46. This time Ferraro comes behind Pedraza. He gets it the other side.
Whoa.
Big hole, far side. 1st down, Farrell again.
11 yards for number 11.